Welcome to the Fentalix Architect Journals video series. My name is Will. I am the solution architect at Fentalix. So in this video series, we'll be discussing architecture, use case, and some of the newer technologies, including artificial intelligence, big data, cloud computing, decentralized system, also known as blockchain, edge computing, IoT, and full stack development. What I mean by full stack development is some of the newer technology stack, such as React.js, or some of the frameworks that are becoming more and more popular and widely adopted within industry, such as Express Framework or Flask. We'll try to follow the best practice when it comes down to discussing topics, as well as some of the new design patterns that are currently being used within industry. We'll also be looking at some of the use cases on a case-by-case basis. So who might find this video series useful? It can be business executive, because as important as understanding the business logic, as a tech company, it is also very important to have a both high-level understanding of the technical architecture as well as the actual detailed implementation of the technologies being used. It is important for software engineers to have a high-level understanding of how the software is being built and why it is designed the way it is. It is important also for infrastructure engineers, because you need to understand the physical view of the system. It is also very important for the UI and UX designer, because they have both the high-level overview of the system as well as the actual user interface and user experience flow. It's important for the project manager, and needless to say, this video series is useful for architect, because they might open new ideas as well as filling in the gaps that are missing in your skill set. As a brief introductory video, I want to share with you something that I find extremely useful and helpful when it comes down to architecting the overall system. And that's called the 4+1 views and UML. So the UML stands for Unified Modeling Language. It is a general purpose development modeling language to provide standard visualization of the system design. Using this modeling language, it will be easy for you to convey your overall system design to other people without having a strong understanding of the granular details of your system. There are 4 different views that you can use when it comes down to explaining your system from the perspectives of different players in the organization. For example, logical view deal with the functionality of the system provided to the end users. In UML, this is in general represented by the class diagrams and state diagrams. So this is helpful to developers as well as system engineers to understand the overall functionalities. The process view represents the process of the dynamics aspects of the system. Explain the system process and how they communicate, as well as the execution flow. In UML, this is represented by the activity diagram. The development view is from a programmer's perspective. It's also known as the implementation view. It uses component diagram to illustrate the system component. In UML, this is known as the package diagrams. The physical view primarily represents, the physical layer of the system, different servers, different routers, just in general, different physical components that are connected with and in UML, this is usually represented by the deployment diagram. And last but not least, you have the 4+1. The +1 is actually known as scenarios, which is the description of use cases. So that's all for the introductory video. I can't wait to share with you some of the new findings that we have in the following video series. Stay tuned. My name is Will from Fintellix. Thank you.